We'll have a little intro just for sake of YouTube and such. Welcome to MoveLab, everybody. I am your teacher and host, James, and I appreciate you being here on Veterans Day. Thank you so much. As always, if you're here, hi, Bob. If you're here, you already know the rules to MoveLab. Whatever you're doing it perfectly great because there's no wrong way to move. If you are new to MoveLab and watching this at some point, just know that for sure. You are correct in whatever it is you are doing. Today, we are going to have a special request class coming in on, so far we have skipping as a request. We have shoulder flexibility and pain decrease. We've got muscles of the skull, which I'm also going to say is into the neck and into the face. Sorry, I've got to keep my eye on my dog because I don't know what he's doing today. And that's going to be our jumping off point for today. So if something comes up and you're like, I don't like that, go ahead and skip it if you'd like, or explore it in your own body. We're going to get started with our breathing, our nervous system warm-ups, and right into the movement for today. So breath work. Let's do a little bit of exaggerated exhalation. In fact, let's take it into sighing. So everyone will inhale. Exhale, just let out a sigh. Feel the air move out of you. Listen for the air moving through you. That's an inhale. Bob's trying to figure out his life right now. There he goes. A couple more of those. One more. Beautiful. Take your hands together. Warm them up. We'll take our nice warm hands and place them on the front of the throat. I'm just going to be here for a moment. Just letting our bodies release, relax, and settle into this. Maybe your posture even wants to change a little bit. Then big, heavy right hand goes on the left throat. Big, heavy hand draws to middle as I twist. Other side, big, heavy hand draws to middle. Big, heavy hand. One more big, heavy hand. We'll take both hands. We're going to place them onto the upper stomach. And I just want you to feel the warmth of your hands there. From there, both hands together are going to go from the top of the belly here to the left, down, and up to the right. Over to the left, down. Now determine, do I need to do this firmly? Is it soft? How fast do you need to go in order for you to feel your belly soften and relax in your hands? Right now, come to a movement fitness class and you think, oh, tight abs. Literally just worked with a client. Her back pain was coming from overly tightening her abs. So the ability to soften your belly is as important as strong abs. Couple more breaths. Keep your hands up, give them a little shake, 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 shake it all out. Now, I'm going to jump to the muscles of the skull, face, neck thing first, because it fits right, it dovetails, it holds hands with some of our nervous system warm-ups. So we're going to take both hands, we're going to put them on the forehead here, and you're just going to sort of do like a tapping rain type action all across the hairline, all across the forehead, underneath the eyes, mouth, jaw, chin. Go back up. Then from there, go into the skull. It's like you're going to do that classic head scratch massage. You're going to take it all the way to the back of the skull, all the way to the back of the neck. And just kind of move it all the way around. Then you can even take some of your hair, kind of take it into your hands and do a gentle tug away from the skull. Hands, gentle tug. Go up here, gentle tug, and pull that away and away. Just kind of going wherever. Gentle little tug, especially if you have like a headache coming on or sinusitis or stress going on in the head. Just taking a little gentle tug of the hair is actually really, really helpful. From there, we're going to grab a hold of the ears. The ears are going to get pulled gently outwards and gently backwards. Gently outwards, gently backwards. You're just going to hold there. Now, you can continue to just hold, or you can kind of open and close the mouth, waggle or wiggle the jaw, or imagine you're going to take like a big gulp of water or gargle or move air around the mouth. So it would look like big puppy chimpanzee cheeks, and then swishing. Big exhale. Good. Stick the tongue all the way out. We're going to have a tongue movement moment. So I want your tongue to try to touch your chin, then over to the left, then up to try and touch your nose, over to the right and back down, and maybe reverse. I can't do it and talk, so you're going to have to do it yourself. Ready? Little swallow, reverse that direction. Good. From there, let your eyes look up and let your eyes look down. Eyes are going to look up and they're going to kind of paint the wall up and paint the wall back down. Now, as your eyes go down, your nose goes up. As your eyes go up, your nose goes down. One more in each direction. Find your center. Make your eyes look to the left. Panoramically sweep to the right. Left. Right. Now as my eyes go right, my nose goes to the left. For a moment, my nervous system was like, what are you asking me to do? And then vice versa. And then find your center. Now, one of the best things you can do for the muscles of the face and skull and even into the neck is make faces. So we're going to start off broad, and then if you need more refinement, we'll give you more distinct cues. So I want you to make a silly, funny, surprising face. And then relax. Make another silly, funny, surprising face. And another one. Another one. Another one. Now, if silly, funny, surprising, big ideas is too much for you, make a face that's scared. Then make a surprised face. Make a happy face. Make an overjoyed face. A sad face. An even sadder to depressed face. Shocked. Like you're in love. So just picking adjectives and making facial expressions. It's a way to not only exercise the muscles of the skull, but it's also a way to work with and reset your nervous system. So it's sort of like a twofer there. Now we'll have more neck stuff and maybe even some jaw and head stuff coming up. But let's move on. Let's move on to, we had another request coming in for shoulder girdle today, or the way it was posed is rotator cuff. Rotator cuff is very, very specific. It's muscles on the back. And when I hear that, it's more so I'm interested in shoulder stuff. So let's go there. Starting off small, we're going to work with right shoulder. And I want you to just make the smallest, if there was a pencil sticking out of your right shoulder, touching that wall, wherever that wall is, how small of a little circle can you begin to draw? Like, can it be smaller and smaller? If you started off with a softball size circle, can it be the size of a quarter, size of a penny or a dime, size of an eraser, the end of a pencil? How small can you get that circle? And then reverse direction. Starting off with real little micro movements. Because often shoulder pain is an inability, it's like a lacking aliveness. It's too much stress. It's sympathetic nervous system taking over. Also, we just don't get our arms up above our head enough. And sometimes those little micro movements are actually what we need. So we're going to start off itty bitty micro movements on film. This is very unsexy on film. Doesn't look like I'm doing anything, but it's micro movements. And then other arm. Micro movements, way harder for me to do on this side. It's way more crepitous or rickety movement. Itty bitty. And then reverse. Micro movements, just convincing your body that it's alive and it's safe enough to make small movements instead of big tasky macro movements. Then both of them are going to go together, same direction, itty bitty little circles. And then reverse. Then from there, I want you to take your right hand, trace your left collarbone. Can you make your left collarbone move? They can kind of do that. You can see circles have gotten bigger. Or I may want to move my arm and notice how that moves the collarbone. It doesn't move independent. It's part of a girdle. It's part of a shoulder complex. So more of it's got to move. How high up can I get that collarbone? How down low can I get that collarbone? Can I move where it connects into the chest? Move where it connects into what I know as my shoulder? Just moving it. That right hand is feeling for movement, sort of registering. And then other side. Hello, Bob. Good. Then from there, become very aware of your right shoulder blade, your right scapula. Bring it towards your spine. Move it away from your spine. Lift it up towards your right ear, down towards your right hip. Let everything move that wants to move. Then you can think of making circles with that shoulder blade. Or reversing it. And then other side. It's like it can go up, it can go down, it can go towards the spine, it can move away from the spine, it can make circles. You now can sort of begin to feel or become aware of options. I could have both of them do the same motion, or they could do kind of independent motions. But whatever choice you make in the movement pattern, it's can I make it from the limbs of the shoulder blade? So just really aware of movement in that shoulder blade. Good. From there, I'm going to now go into my seaweed spine. And in particular, I'm thinking seaweed spine from the lens of neck spine and rib spine. Is there free and organic movement? So you can see before we address muscle, we're gonna really look at bones. We're gonna look at relationships with how aware am I in moving my bone? And do I know where the bones are? And what's the conversation between right side and left side, front and back, up and down? Good. And then rest. From there, we're going to take our hands and we're going to make fists, bring them towards us and open up. Now, a lot of our shoulder issues are coming from issues in our wrists, elbows, arms down the chain. Because these are over efforting or getting stuck in routines and it's migrating up into the shoulder complex. So we've really got to think hands. Visual for me, and I'll kind of do it from here. It's like a curled up fern frond, like a fiddle leaf fern that then opens up and kind of blossoms and curls back into itself and then opens up to blossom. Right into finger flicks to really work the extensors or the top of the hand. Into some flamenco hands. Just kind of moving them in sort of spiralized designs in reverse. And then right into some elbow movement. And then I can get my shoulders involved too. And I may want to now just be aware, is my collarbone moving? Are my shoulder blades moving? Is there soft, supple movement in my shoulder? And I allow my spine to sort of move here. Then we're going to take our hands behind us. I'll demo here. Make your choice. Do you want your hands like this, hands like this, hands like this, or fists back here? Knees are going to bend. Bob's going to join us. Arms are back here. He's checking out our branding. He's now officially branding it for us. Let the shoulders kind of slump and sink. And then we're going to push down with our arms. Shoulder blades slump or sink and then down. I may also notice this as collarbones getting narrow and coming together. Collarbones getting wide and moving down and away from each other. I may notice it as shoulder blades coming together, shoulder blades getting wide. Shoulders themselves coming towards the ears and away from the ears. Two. And one. From there, I'm going to rub my hands together. I'm going to take my right hand into my left armpit. And I'm just going to go here. That's all you're going to do. There's a huge nerve complex in your armpit that informs what's happening in the rest of the arm. So we've taken care of some structural stuff. Let's approach it from a nerve perspective. And we're just going to sort of push up and relax down. We're just going to be here for a moment. Now that was real short, but just feel the difference even now between the two arms. And then we'll try it on the other side. and relax. Now, when it comes to pain management, and especially pain management with concern to shoulders and hips and all of that, your best bet is actually weightlifting. Lifting weights is what will reverse the pain, or what will help you process, metabolize, and move through body pain quicker than massage, quicker than pretty much everything. So to consider using weights. Now, this is a weightless class. This is a body movement, body weight oriented class. So let's do what we can do here. You may want to consider, if it's a shoulder thing, getting into some weight lifting for the shoulders. But we're going to make fists here. We're going to imagine we're holding on to 2 beer steins or root beer glasses or coffee mugs, whatever works for you. From there, we're going to keep that design in the shoulders, and we're going to lift the shoulders out to the side, and then we're going to bring it back. Now, as I do that, what I'm looking for is an awareness or a sensation in my collarbone, my shoulder blades, and in my shoulder. The sensation I'm looking for is freedom of movement. Do I notice my collarbones and shoulder blades moving? The answer should be yes. Do I notice a softening in my spine? The answer should be yes. If not, you have tools now to go back and finesse that. And I can stay there and I can lift up. This is sort of like a goalpost position. Back down and in. I'm inclined to do an inhale, exhale. If you find that it's troublesome on one side, like my left side is always more troublesome, I'm going to keep my hand over here on that. I'm just going to give it some soft feels. It's like, you're okay, you can do this. Maybe even a palm opening. Two more. One more. From there, I'm going to make the choice to keep my right arm where it is. My left arm's going to reach out in front of me. My left arm's going to go up and it's going to go down. My right arm is softly frozen in place. My left arm gets to freely guide or glide up and down. And I'm noticing soft, supple movement. This particular movement comes from Kundalini Yoga. Or you could think, how small of a motion can I get here? How are you resourcing your pelvis, your spine, your breath to make this doable? Then we'll switch arms. Both arms are going to open out to their respective sides, palms up. Opening up, they're going to lift and back down. Now we have a rule in MoveLab. In order for something to go up, something's got to go down. So as my arms lift, I'm going to think my shoulder blades, my collarbone get to relax downwards. Four, three, two, one more. Hands are going to go on your mats, right into like a hands and knees position. And from there, hi Bob. Bob's going to lay on me. That's what he's going to do. And your chest bone is going to sink down towards the ground and then move away from the ground. Now, what I'm not asking you to do is a cat-cow. We did that the other day. Your spine is like a plank. Ribs are soft but strong. The whole unit sinks down. And I notice my collarbone get wide and my shoulder blades get narrow. Then push down. Collarbone and shoulder blades stay wide. Here I am. Sink. Up. My scapula, shoulder blades retract and come together. They protract and go wide. One more. Now, keep your collarbone wide and your shoulder blades wide. This is self-regulation on your part. Everything stays wide. Hold there. Can I unweight a paw and put it back down? Can I unweight the other paw? Put it back down. Unweight, back down. Without sinking, moving. Good. Then move your paws in front of you as far as they can go. Point your toes and sink backwards. Lay your head down. Finger walk your hands more forward. Push down into your mat. Push down and now try to pull your shoulder blades down your back to lift your head. And then release. Walk your hands more forward. Push your hands down. Make your shoulder blades wide as if you're going to pull them down your back to lift your head. Walk them. Push down. Pull your shoulder blades wide and down your back, not to the floor. And release. 2 more of those. Think of it as almost trying to pull yourself to the floor and the floor to you. And release. Let your shoulders sink and soften. Go ahead and stand up. Stand up and just begin to walk around your room. Let your face soften, let your shoulders soften. If someone put more comments in there, sorry that I missed those. But just continue to walk around your room. Walk around the room with a moment of appreciation, like I belong in this space. I'm connected to this space. See if you can walk a little bit faster. Can you get some shoulder movement, some soft spinal movement, some facial expressions? Like how do you want to feel today and how do you want to express the feeling you have? Maybe you are feeling sad. Go ahead and let that register. Maybe you want to be more joyful. Fake it till it happens with the face. Continue to walk around your space. Then let your arms begin to swing even more. And let that swing begin to change your gait. Maybe your legs get a little wider. Maybe you move a little quicker. Then see if that swinging, that big gait movement can become a skip around the room, a hop, a run, whatever you feel comfortable doing. Skipping, hopping, running, walking like a soldier around the space. Letting your face register, like, how do I want to feel today? What am I appreciative of? Is it that I have complex emotions, or that I am in a beautiful space, or that I am safe? And what is the thing you're thankful for today? Then slowly quiet that down. Soften the face, soften the breath, soften the shoulders and the heart. Put your hands on your heart. Take a nice deep inhale into your own hands and your own body. Tell yourself thank you for today. Take a look at your space. Tell your space thank you for today. Take a look at your community, anyone who's here, and in particular veterans and small dogs, because Bob was here today. Tell your community thank you for being here today, because we thank you for showing up today, all however many we have left today. Thank you guys so much. I'll stick around a little bit after class, and I'll see you tomorrow for Stress Reset. Bye, everybody.
Awesome. Thank you, James. That was really helpful. And thank you for getting the skipping in the end. That was my request. And it was so fun to watch Bob join class. So not to make everyone jealous, but I get to meet Bob Ross tomorrow.
Yep.
We have a doggy play date, so I get to meet the little fluff ball and my little fluff balls, and they are going to play together.
Sure are. They sure are. Yep. Bob Ross will be very excited.
Yes, he's so fluffy. All right, let's see. Question: would it be beneficial to do the field goal position activity with light weights?
Yeah, you could. Or like TheraBands would be good. And again, sometimes, yes, you could do it with lightweight, you could do it with TheraBand. My question would also be, how heavy of a weight could you possibly do it with before good things become bad things? Sometimes we think, oh, I'm rehabbing my shoulders, so I need to do lightweight, when really maybe you need 5 pounds instead of 2 pounds. So to play with the current research in pain management, kinesiology, is weight, more weight is better, is what it comes down to. So how heavy can you lift doing that thing?
But probably starting out slowly until you get the motion down and then go to heavier, right? So maybe still work your way up.
Well, yes and no. It's a difficult question to answer, because what I'm certainly not advocating is like no pain, no gain.
Right.
But again, sometimes we think, oh, I have to get really good at this at 1 pound before I move to 2 pounds. And really, you would be better off, if you have it available to you, to start off with the 3 pounds, the 5 pound thing, do a few reps there, and then move down in weight. So it's a difficult question to answer because it requires discernment and autonomy on the doer.
Right.
And sometimes it's best to have a helping hand. So that's why, there's a reason I have a job. There's a reason personal trainers have a job. That's our job, to help you navigate that if you don't know how to navigate it. If not, the indicator becomes, how can I push myself into a therapeutic level? What feels like good medicine? And good medicine can be hard. It will feel like exercise, which your body typically does not like. Right. But it doesn't ever cross it into like pain. And everybody knows the difference. Yeah. And it requires you to go, okay, I'm actually doing something really hard here.
Yeah. Good answer. Yeah, I get it. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day. Yes. And enjoy tomorrow and this weekend. And I have tomorrow off, so I'm all excited. So thank you, Raymond, for being with us today. And we will see you tomorrow for Stress Reset.
Cool. Thank you, everybody.
Awesome. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.